back and say, don't get in no relationship if you still doing your dirt.
But I agree. I totally agree.
Then that woman or that man got a choice to make, right? If somebody wants to date me and I don't want to be in a relationship, but I like them, I enjoy their company, we have a great time together, we have fun, and I communicate that to this gentleman, then he got a choice to make.
Yeah.
Because I already told you, I don't want to be exclusive. Now we can keep rolling the way we roll and have a good time, whatever those terms are, whatever that means, right? Or you can let me go. And I'll understand because I can't give you what you want at this time.
Right. And I agree that you're right. That step is very good. But I think that again, when you make up your mind that you're going to be in that relationship, I think that you need to really decide how are you going to deal with the privacy issue? You know, exactly what does that mean? And do you feel that you all should exchange that information anyway? Because, you know, you said it best, like if you ask for mine, you got to give yours up, you know, and we need to talk about that because I think that the sad part about it is that sometimes when people get in these relationships, they feel like I have a right to this because I have a suspicion. But what about the person who says, no, I don't have any suspicion, but I think that this is something we should do because we are exclusive. See, one of the things I heard from someone that I thought was very intelligent. She said, well, in my book, as far as I am concerned, I take it as I'm saying to you that I have nothing to hide. Like I'm giving you my heart. She says, I don't understand how you can give someone your heart and you can't give them your phone.
I do.
Well, hold on. But this is what I'm saying, though, is that you have a lot of people that don't think like LaTanya Moore. They don't think like Mario Brown, but they're thinking that this is an act of me expressing just how much I trust you. And I'm saying to you, I have nothing to hide. I'm all in is what that says. Because remember now.
I'm sorry. This is what I would say to that person, though.
Okay.
I would tell that person, then be prepared for your mate to say, I appreciate that. I accept that, but I'm not going to do the same. See, that's the problem. The problem is most people that say that it's because they're not, if this is just great. No. They really want yours. So see, that's reverse psychology. Right? Because think about it. I'm coming at you and I'm like, you know, me and Mario, babe, you know what? I love you. So listen, here's all my passwords to my cell phone and my iPad and this my code to my computer and whatever else you know, I'm just giving to you. You know, I love you, babe. Here you go. And you know what? I'm going to be standing there expecting you to give me
the same thing. Absolutely.
Don't, I'm going to be mad. So what I'm saying is that's not genuine. That's disingenuous. It's disingenuous and it's a ploy and a plot really to get yours. Because you know what? When somebody goes, of course they don't have nothing to hide.
Yeah. Come on. And I don't, you know what? And you know what? I don't necessarily, when really thinking about it, I think it's sadder that the phone has become equal to a person's heart and trust.
Exactly.
Yeah. You know, I think we are really bad off when that is the sign that I trust you, that I'm committed to you, that I'm going to give you access to all of my passcodes.
Let me tell you something. There are people, and I know, look, y'all ain't got to say nothing for our viewers. You don't have to say anything, but I know some of y'all will give people keys to your house. You will give them the passcode to your home alarm.
That's right? True.
So they can let themselves in and out, right?
That's
you will
true.
have unprotected sex, let's be real, with people, but you will not give them the code to your phone.
Yeah, that's wild to me. That is so wild to me.
Or you won't let them drive your car, but you'll have unprotected sex with them.
Right.
And I'm not judging. What I'm saying is we have to be practical to really think about what we're saying. I will hand you access to control my life. But you can't look at you can't look through my text messages or my emails.
Absolutely.
Right. So and I'm not saying one way or the other how people, I don't care how you have sex, right? Have as much unprotected sex as possible if that's what you do. Like just I gotta say that because I don't want no nasty messages in the inbox telling me whatever.
Right.
So I gotta put that out there. But what I'm saying is, think about the gravity of that.
Absolutely.
You know, so what I'm saying is, what is the big issue? And that's because that's how, for me, like, I guess I don't have an issue because, maybe it's the lawyer in me, right? We're taught that, you know, you don't write stuff down. You know, you don't communicate in that way. So it's hard for me to conceive that. But real talk, like somebody on here said, when you're dating, no, but when you're married, hide nothing. But my thing is it hiding? Am I hiding something because you ain't got the passcode? You feel what I'm saying? It's the perception that if I don't have this, then you're hiding. And I don't think, I don't agree with that.
Absolutely. Because you know what? Belinda said something. Belinda said, my love and heart is not based on giving access to my phone, bank account, passwords, etc. And I totally agree with that, because that's what I'm saying now, is that somehow or another we have equated this whole secrecy or privacy issue. And I know why, because I'm not oblivious to the fact that people have been cheated on, people have been deceived, you know, with online dating. There's all this kind of stuff. I think that everybody has to perfectly understand how you feel about privacy. You need to be very clear going in what you think about privacy. You got to be smart enough to hear what you just said, that if somebody comes to you and tell you, oh, here's my stuff because this is a display of my love, and this is an expression, like, yo, shut that down, because you're getting ready to be set up when you know you don't feel that way about nothing to hide, but you don't feel that I need to give you that to express my love. I don't need to become that open to you over, you know, this issue of love.
Absolutely. Because think about it, as a woman, right? Let's say that there was a situation where I was dating a guy and he was doing everything that I wanted him to do to make me feel love, right? Communicating with me in my love language, I'm communicating with him in his love language, and then all of a sudden, right, I want access to the phone. I want access to, you know, some electronic device, right? And he tells me no. Mm-hmm. In the average scenario, now that person asking that doesn't get access is then gonna not look at all the other stuff that you're doing.
Absolutely. And
now they have a problem. So that's what I'm saying. This to me, it's a control thing.
That's what I was getting ready to say. That's right.
It is a control mechanism, and I think it's a problem. Now, again, I go back to, but people can freely exchange information, but I believe that you got to respect the person that does not want to. Right? Now, here's the caveat. If you know that you don't want to give yours, don't take the other person's. Don't be all in their stuff. Even if you tell them no, don't take theirs.
Absolutely.
Right? Because if you get it, you definitely gonna look.
Yeah.
That's just the thing. You probably are gonna do that, and that's unfair as well.
Absolutely. I think it is. And I think that I want to go back to the control issue, because I think that is a mechanism of control. And I think that it is a display of insecurity. And I think that we've lost the basis of just learning to communicate and trust on nothing external, but based on the fact that I know I'm not lying to you. If you're lying to me, it's going to come out, but I'm not getting ready to let an electronic device be the demonstration that I trust you, because some people can be doing stuff and never do nothing on their phone because it's going on at work. And we ain't got to say nothing on the phone because both of us are smart enough not to do that. So that's still no guarantee. And I think it's a false sense of security if you rely upon the access to a person's personal information. Because here's the thing, too, we got just as much record of people taking that information, doing something diabolical, doing something deceptive, using it in a negative way. People know how much money you got, so they start saying, I ain't got no money, because they're going in doing things. That's the truth. So that's why I kind of think, Tanya, that is one of the conversations that grown people got to have. You got to really have it. You got to be real grown to have that conversation and be so serious about where you stand on it, and don't move. Like, whatever you feel, don't move on that. That's where I feel about it. If you're strong enough on that privacy matter, don't move on that. Not at all.
Right. And I think that you're right. One of the things I want us to get to And I've seen some people talk about the ATM, the passwords, the bank accounts, and things like that. I really want to get to that because to me, like I see some people saying, well, dating, no, married, yes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know I ain't married, right? So, I'm saying this speaking about something that married people share so I'm not in that situation. So I'm saying that for the audience's benefit, right? For me, I don't necessarily think that you need to have, like, you could look at it if you just want to know, like anything else, but you don't need to have my PIN number, right?
Right.
Now we can share information. We can, and all of that. I don't necessarily think that you need my PIN number. Now, right. There are people that, depending on, especially certain faith-based communities, feel like, well, once we become one, everything is one. Well, that's fine. And you can do that. And then if things go wrong and, you get served with the papers and go to the bank and you got $5, the bank account's still open.
Yeah.
Right. So now let me take that hat off and put the lawyer hat on. Right. Because understand that that's all well and good. But at the end of the day, if the relationship goes south, that person has a legal right to all of the money in the account, just like you do, men and women. Right. Now, I'm not telling nobody to have no side secret. I ain't telling you what to do. I'm just letting you know the implications of your actions. Because again, when we do that premarital discussion, right, I'm talking to people about that. So how y'all doing the bank accounts?
Mm-hmm.
You add them, they're going to have access. Are y'all going to keep your separate bank accounts, but agree to a household account? Do you have that discussion about, okay, anything over, a lot of couples have like a $700 threshold, right? You can spend in whatever, it's $700 or less. You ain't got to ask me about it, right? Some of them got $50 threshold. Some say, well, come to me if you need some money. Everybody got their own setup, right? But what I found is that the money discussion is always the issue. So what I'm saying, we could talk about all types of things with regard to that, but I saw someone posted in, like, as far as the ATM, like, no, they're like, yeah, your PIN number, like, yeah, they could wipe you out. Absolutely. They could wipe you out. The other thing too is, folks, you got to ask yourself, what's in your record? See, people think about the money, but they don't think about the evidence, right? Pull your bank statement. Your bank statements tell every spot you done took. It tell what side of town you done been on because you got gas at the Chevron, right? Or you went through the drive-through at McDonald's and they had no cash. And then the question is, well, what you doing on the south side of town? You don't work over there. Well, see, you're adding some problems. Because one thing about a debit card and bank statements and transactions like that, it shows your entire financial footprint. Now, again, I'm talking from a legal perspective. I ain't got to have you, listen, this is how I feel about it. Let me put my woman hat on, right? If we go to dinner and you paying, dang it, I don't want the card to decline. That's it. Right? If we're together, right, and your responsibility is to pay the utilities, I want to be able to come on, pop the light on, and the light come on. I want to be able to get in the shower and the water runs, and I also got hot water. If I have a gas stove, I want to be able to cook, and I want the gas. I don't care. I ain't worried about it. As long as you do what you're supposed to do, I'm okay with it. As long as I come in the house and pop, as long as the repo man don't come get my car that you're paying for, I'm not concerned about your money. Because you know what? If we split, listen, I got the chops to find out where I need to go to get my piece.
But you know what? But ultimately, I think ultimately we're talking about control issues and insecurity. I think that's what it boils down to: insecurities and control issues. Because again, why are you with anybody that you can't trust anyway? And so my thing is, if it's that bad, then you need to get out of that, quick, fast, and in a hurry.
I'm sorry, I was looking at a comment.
Yeah. But I feel like, if you with somebody that you really, really feel is really sad. I think it's sad for a person that you're staying with somebody that you are up